大家好，很荣幸被邀请，并有机会向在座的前辈、专家、同道学习。那和大家一起分享我实践拉筋拍打自愈法的一点经验和体会。
Good afternoon, everyone, dear guests, my friends, and also teachers. I'm very honored to be invited to speak on my experience of promoting Paida and Lajin.
我叫Fei Schmitz， 中文名字叫何飞，来自德国的多特蒙德市。
My Chinese name is He Fei, and my German name is Fei Schmitz. Fei Schmitz. I live in Dortmund, Germany.
我是一位太极的习练者，也是一位画家，还是拉筋拍打自愈法的推广者和教练。
I'm a Tai Chi practitioner, an artist, and also a Paida and Lajin promoter and trainer.
我和传统中医结缘呢，是在2010年，被推荐读萧红子老师的《医行天下》这本书。
In 2010, I was recommended in Mr. Xiao's book, Journey to Cure, and that's how I got to get involved and know traditional Chinese medicine.
作为混元太极的传承弟子呢，我非常理解和认同萧老师在书里面所阐述的天人合一、道法自然和大道至简的这个理念。
As an inheritor of the Huiyuan style Tai Chi, I quite agree with what Mr. Xiao stated in his book, the oneness of the body and mind and the balance.
所以呢，不久以后我就有机会参加了北京第1期健康大使培训班。
So later, I attended the first Paida and Lajin workshop.
1年以后，我正式成为他的弟子。
1 year later, I formally became one of his disciples, students.
那个培训班以后呢，我把这个自愈法传给我的亲人、朋友和很多陌生的人，就是我走到哪里就把这个方法传到哪里。
After the workshop, I shared Paida and Lajin with family, friends, and strangers. Wherever I go, I share with others.
这样呢，我在回到德国以后，愿意跟我学习拉筋拍打和送到我这里来的病人越来越多。所以呢，在去年的2月份，在我居住的地方，我开办了一个工作室。
And when I go back to Germany, where I live, more and more friends get to know and practice Paida and Lajin, and more come to my place to practice them. So in February last year, I had a workshop where I just train people and teach people how to Paida and Lajin.
所以呢，这个工作室呢，一方面作为我的画室和画廊，另一方面呢，是一个我在德国传播这个中国传统文化的一个平台。
The workshop, the venue is my salon where I just draw paintings and hold exhibitions, and it's also where I promote Paida and Lajin.
所以呢，我的自愈课里头包括太极混元，还有呢自愈法、拉筋拍打。
So the self-healing lectures I gave include Huiyuan style Tai Chi and Paida Lajin.
这个拉筋拍打自愈法的这个原理，肖老师在录像里面和这个Alan 也讲了很多，我就不赘述了。
About the series and practice of Paida and Lajin, Mr. Hongchi Xiao has stated in his video, and me, Alan Zhang, has just elaborated on them in a speech just now. So,
所以呢，我是一个实践者。在我的工作室开启以后，我陆续办了8期拉筋拍打自愈法班，然后16个课程。
I am a doer, Paida and Lajin practitioner. After I got this workshop opened, we have 8 Paida and Lajin workshops and 18 training lectures.
在德国和瑞士举办了6次常温体验。
And we have held 6 7-day workshops in Germany and Switzerland.
So 我直接教授的这个学生呢，超过了200多人。
I have directly taught and trained over 200 Paida and Lajin practitioners.
在我的自愈课和这个体验营里，我除了拉筋拍打这个功法以外呢，我们还结合了太极内功和中国传统的养生功法，比如说撞墙功啊、推墙功啊、塑形啊这些。
In the Paida and Lajin workshops and classes, we combined Paida Lajin self-healing methods with the Tai Chi internal and the movement of the Qi, and also other simple methods like using your back to hit the wall hitting technique, and standing close to the wall and to squat down, stand up, to exercise and to enhance the function of the kidneys, and also massaging your stomach to enhance the movement of the internal organs here.
参加这个我的自愈班和体验营的学员呢，都是德国人或者是欧洲人，只有曾经有一位中国籍的医生。
All the participants mostly come from Germany or other European countries, with the exception of one Chinese doctor.
年龄最大的是84岁，最小的只有5岁。
The youngest was 5 and the eldest 84.
最有意思的是，这个最老的和最小的2个人，他们有同样的痛症。
And interestingly enough, the eldest and the youngest had the same pain.
这样呢，我在学习拉筋拍打自愈法这3年多中啊，经历了很多奇效和感人的事例。
Over the past 3 years of my contact and promotion of Paida and Lajin, I have experienced and witnessed countless miraculous healing stories and some very moments that touched my heart.
这里呢，我就举几个实例，就是我亲自指导经历过的实例。因为在他们身上有最常见的慢性病多发病。
So I'll just give several examples because they had the most common diseases and chronic ones.
首先就是我母亲。
My mother, first of all.
我母亲呢，89岁，是一位民族音乐学教授。
She is 89 now. Was a professor of the folk music.
当时她根本不相信这个办法，因为我的祖父是一位西医的这个外科医生。
In the beginning, she did not believe in Paida and Lajin at all because my grandfather, her father, was a Western doctor, was the doctor of Western medicine.
所以呢，当时医院给她确诊的病龄超过了13个。
She was diagnosed by the medical checkups at the hospital with over 13 diseases.
比如说严重的颈椎病，严重的失眠，严重骨质疏松等等。
Including very serious neck problem and insomnia and the loss of the bone loss, etc.
但是最严重的呢，是心脏病和高血压。
And the most serious problems were heart problem and hypertension, high blood pressure.
就是在他学拉筋拍打之前，他每年要至少住院2次治疗。
Before Paida and Lajin practice, She used to be hospitalized for at least twice each year.
每3个月要输液。
She used to get infusions every 3 months.
每天要吃40多粒中西医。
She had to take over 40 tablets or pills of Chinese medicine or Western medicine.
所以她当时的那个健康状况非常好。
She was in serious trouble.
所以呢，可想而知，为什么当时我学完了拉丁拍打，第一个教授我的母亲。
That's why after the workshop, after I learned Paida and Lajin, my first goal was to teach them to make my mother practice them.
当时呢，就是我对母亲的爱情。
That was my way of expressing love for mother.
我的母亲当时并不相信，因为她接受，因为她爱我，所以她开始。
She did not believe it in the beginning, but because she loves me, and she just wants to obey and just practice it.
所以呢，这个爱的力量是不可估量的。
The power of love is just
immeasurable and
unbelievable.
所以3年后的今天，她是一个很 healthy 的人。
So 3 years from that now, she's a very healthy person now.
她停止了全部的中西药品。
She stopped all medication, Chinese or Western medicine.
她的血压和心脏都很稳定。
Her blood pressure and her heart problems, they are normalized.
偶然有不舒服，她就多拉多拍。
Occasionally, she could experience some discomforts, and she will do Paida and Lajin more.
然后她每条腿可以拉半个小时。
She could stretch each leg for 30 minutes.
然后每天2次。
Twice each day.
然后，这个是她89岁生日的时候照。
Take it when at her 89th birthday.
然后她居住在第6层上，没有电梯。
She lives on the 6th floor without an elevator.
每天上下自如。
She walks up and down very easily every day.
所以她以前关节炎和骨质疏松造成的全身的病痛，这个痛没有了。
And the problems which made her had walking difficulty, like the bone loss and arthritis, the problems are gone.
最让我高兴的是什么呢？就是3年之内，她没有需要去医院治疗一次。
What makes me most happiest is that over the past 3 years, she hasn't been to the hospital for medical treatment even once.
所以呢，我非常感恩这个我们的先贤留下来的智慧。
I'm very grateful to our ancestors for passing down the wisdom of self-healing to us.
对，然后下一个是我的一个学员。
Next, one of my participants.
他呢曾经换过两处腰椎间盘突出。
She had 2 areas of her body with the lumbar disc protrusion.
10多年都有病痛，腰直不起来。
She could not straighten her back for over 10 years.
就是在去年3月份的时候，她面临大手术。
In March last year, she was about to undergo a major surgery.
但是就在这个时候，她从报纸上看到肖老师要去我们城市大学公益演讲。
And just at the time, she read in the newspaper the announcement of Mr. Hong Zixiao's upcoming free lecture in the city's university.
所以她准备孤注一掷。
And she decided to just give it a go, the final chance.
所以这是当时她在场，还不知道会发生什么事情。然后下一个呢，就是
There she was, didn't know what to do the next.
这个我们拉筋拍打20分钟以后， 除杀的效果。
After 20 minutes of Paida and Lajin, the sad, toxic waste, the colorful waste on her legs.
当时非常疼，她特别疼。
Very painful.
然后但是20分钟以后，马上缓解。
After 20 minutes, the pain was relieved instantly.
她就非常高兴的来聊天。
She was very happy. She shared her feelings and experience with us.
后来她就马上参加我的自律班。
And then she instantly signed up for my Paida and Lajin self-healing class.
现在1年多，她就参加了2期班以后，就自己回去练习。
Now it's been over a year now. After attending 2 of my classes, she went back and did Paida and Lajin herself.
所以现在她完全没有疼痛。
Now she experiences no pain.
她的先生也是受益者。
Her husband is also a beneficiary of Paida and Lajin.
他虽然没有参加我的班，但是他在家和他的太太一起来练。
Although he did not attend my classes, he did Paida and Lajin together with his wife at home.
他呢，因为这个腰和膝盖的问题，不得不提前退休。
He had to retire early because of his lower back and leg problems.
他持有这个残疾人证。
And he had a certificate giving to those handicapped person, people with disabilities.
所以呢，1年现在他也是没有疼痛。
Now, 1 year from the beginning of practice, he has no pain.
最有意思的是，他要经常的去检体检，他就很害怕。因为他没有疼痛了，他怕这个医生告诉他，现在他不能享受这个残疾人的待遇。
What's most interesting is that he had to constantly go for the medical checkups because now he has no pains. And when he goes for the checkup and found nothing wrong, he may not enjoy the extra rights of being a disabled person.
但是结果就是从 X-ray 上面什么都跟以前一样。 他就放心了。可是这个问题，因为我不是医生，在座的很多专家可能给我答案，因为我不知道为什么。
But from the X-ray results, everything looked as they were. It was as before. Before he had the pains. I am not an expert in this regard. I believe there are people here, experts, who could tell me why.
So 下一个
Next.
这个卡海斯，他也是常年就是受腰腿病痛的。
He is also haunted by the lower back and neck pains all year round.
还有高血压。
Hypertension, high blood pressure also.
因为常年的这个病痛使他很忧郁，就是自闭。
And he is also depressed.
所以呢，我们虽然10多年的邻居，我们从来没讲一句话。
Although we have been neighbors for over 10 years, we never talked to each other before.
就是有一天，因为我先生发现他在外面腰直不起来了，就不能走了，所以呢，就把他拉到我家。
One day, my husband met him just in the sidewalk somewhere, and when he found he had a hunchback. So my husband took him to my workshop.
所以这就是他开始学习尝试拉筋排。
That's when he started Paida and Lajin.
现在1年多了，他停止了高血压药。
Now for over a year, he has stopped Paida and the medicine for lowering the blood pressure.
他的血压稳定。
His blood pressure is normal, stable.
腰腿疼也消失。
The pains at the waist and legs are gone.
以前他只能走100多米就要休息。
In the past, he had to rest when he walks for 100 meters also.
这个是他参加我们体验营，早上6点钟和我们那个行禅半个小时。
And this is a picture of him just doing the morning Zen jogging with us for half an hour each morning.
所以非常的高兴。
So he is extremely happy with the result.
这位这是医生的诊断，我看不懂。
The medical report.
是一位Maggie 一位女士，她是从小被诊断为糖尿病 A 型。
Maggie, lady named Maggie, was diagnosed with diabetes A from her childhood.
她的母亲和一个兄弟，一个姐姐，全都是因为这个糖尿病去世了。
Her mother, one of her sisters, and a brother, they all died of diabetes or related problems.
所以医生跟她说是不治之症。
So her doctor told her that diabetes is an incurable disease.
所以我见到她的时候，她也有抑郁症。
So by the time I met her, she also had depression.
她的左肩，这个动过手术。
She had a surgery on her left shoulder.
但是呢，手术失败以后就僵硬、疼痛。
After the surgery failed, there was stiffness and pain here.
然后牵制到这个颈部、腰全都疼，常年的疼。
It affected her neck and her lower back, and the pain killed her all year round.
然后她的头不能动。
And she could not move around the neck.
所以在她刚开始拉筋的时候，两个手是90度，不是90度在空中的。
And so when she firstly did Lajin, her arms could not rest on the Lajin bench. They were 90 degrees above in the air.
但是现在她的手。
Now look at her arms now.
而且呢，左臂，从这儿开始，半个臂到手全都是蓝颜色的，因为气血之通。
And also her left arm, from the elbow down to the hand, was blue because the qi and blood were blocked here.
这是她那个膀胱经出事。
The start toxic waste drawn up during Paida of her urinary bladder meridians along the back of the legs.
这个也是她出。
The star on her.
你看现在她的两个手的颜色是一样的。
So now look at her hands now. The color is the same.
所以呢，她也是跟我们行常可以半个小时。
And now she could also do the morning jogging, the Zen jogging, for half an hour with us.
她参加了我的一个5天的体验营。
She attended a 5-day workshop with us.
从16号到20号中间有3天地。
From the 16th to the 20th, there were a 3-day fasting period when participants do not eat anything.
作为一个糖尿病人，这是不可思议的事情。
For a diabetic patient, that is unheard of, unbelievable.
然后这个是他20号结束体验营以后马上去做的验血，这个是结果。
She did a blood test.
这个中间。
Blood test report. After we finished the workshop on the 20th.
然后这是他马上做的结果，然后他跟我说是7年以来最好的。
And the medical checkup right after the workshop, and she told me that it's the best result in 7 years.
现在呢，虽然她还带着这个胰岛素的泵。
Also, she has the insulin pump with her.
但是她已经逐渐在减量。
She is reducing the dosage.
在她还参加拉筋拍打的时候，就完全去掉。
And when she came for the Paida and Lajin intensive workshop, she just stopped it.
然后她停服了，现在停服了降压药和这个降血脂的药。和那个减半的这个排出水分的药。
And she just stopped her antihypertensive drug and the drug for her blood pressure, and also she cut down half the medicine that to get rid of the too much water in her body.
所以呢，她的健康是在稳定的改善。
So her health is steadily improved.
对，所以呢，从以上的这些实例来看，虽然他们的年龄、种族和他们有的这些病名都不一样。
From the above examples, also they come from different they have different nationalities, races, and have different names of diseases.
但是他们都做一件事情，就是拉丁派的。
They do one thing. They have one thing in common. They practice Paida and Lajin.
然后这个也是非常简单，就是打通经络，排除体内看得见看不见的毒素，然后使阴阳自调盈亏。
And it's really simple. You just make the body, stimulate the body to get rid of the blockages, the wastes, and then the body will naturally balance the yin and yang.
对，因为我不是医生
I'm not a doctor.
我也不会创造奇迹。
I do not create miracles.
是创造奇迹的，是我们祖先留下来的这个智慧。
What creates those miracles and many other miracles are depends on the wisdom passed down from our ancestors.
是自然之道。
That's a way of nature.
对，然后拉筋拍打呢，就是像刚才艾伦说的，非常的有效、简单、安全，然后广谱。
Paida and Lajin, the characteristics are effective, simple, safe, and they have wide application.
然后最后一个呢，就是要自己做。
And the last feature is you do it yourself.
最后呢，我想感谢大会的发起人和组织者。
Finally, I would like to thank the initiator and the organizers of the conference.
给我们提供了一个共同探索这个生命科学的一个平台。
For providing us a platform to explore life science.
对，然后我几句肺腑之言呢，就是世界和平、环保，这两个是一个很大的标题，而且全世界每天都在说。
Now I have some heartfelt words for you. Every day, people everywhere in the world talk of two major themes: world peace and environmental protection.
但是呢，虽然这个题目很大，但是牵连每一个地球上生活的人。
Although they could seem like gigantic topics, they are actually concerns relates to everyone living on this planet.
如果我们从我们自己做起，就是净化我们自己的心灵和身体，让我们健康快乐起来，这个世界会是另一个样子。
If we start from ourselves, clean our body and mind and soul, and we can together make this world a cleaner and safer and more beautiful place.
所以我愿意和大家一起努力，谢谢大家。
I would love to work with all of you.